Thank you for clicking this video. This is Talk with Ola, and today we want to talk about garnishing proceedings. Possession is 9/10 of the law. So a tenant has the possession, the landlord has the ownership. Let's differentiate it further. So I'm making this short video to share 3 tips that can help you, whether you've left law practice for a while or whether you're in active practice and you want to just get better with your knowledge of the laws. Hey guys, welcome back to Talk with Ola. This is Ola and I'm so thrilled to be here once again. Today we want to talk about a very important topic. We want to talk about how to prepare for trial. We talked about so many things on this channel. We've talked about, how to wear a wig and gown, how to announce your appearance, how to move emotion. We've talked about pre-trial conference. We've talked about so many things. But today we want to talk about how to prepare, the steps that you need to take leading up to a trial. When a trial date has been set, you're looking for pro bono, you can go to a Ministry of Justice, particularly the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Let them know that you're a lawyer, you're well-grounded in criminal matters, and you're available to pick up any case that has no lawyer. I know of a truth that there are several state cases that are languishing because no lawyer has shown up for the other party. And in the coming weeks and months, we're going to be talking about more other aspects of marriages, as required or as prescribed by law. But today I want to talk about void marriages. What's a void marriage? A void marriage is a marriage that was no marriage at all in the eye of the law. Holding charge is a charge that is preferred against someone that's been accused of something or arrested for something, while the prosecution is still trying to build a bigger case against them. So that means that, okay, we want to charge Mr. A for armed robbery, but we don't have, sufficient evidence to tie him to that offense. We can't yet find the ingredients of armed robbery in the pieces of evidence that we've acquired. So we're going to charge him for stealing, and that way we'll be able to hold him in our custody until we are able to build a case of armed robbery and charge him properly for armed robbery. So that's a holding charge. Presumption of innocence is a constitutional provision in Nigeria and in criminal law generally across the world. It simply means that a person, a suspect, an accused person, a defendant in a criminal charge is presumed innocent until proven guilty. By Section 308 of the Nigerian Constitution, persons such as the President of Nigeria, the Vice President of Nigeria, the Governor of any state in Nigeria, and the Deputy Governor of any state in Nigeria have what we call executive immunity. What does this mean? It means that they cannot be tried for any civil or criminal offense while they are in office. So except it is proven that parties have not had coitus for such a reasonable time to have forestalled such a pregnancy or childbirth, the child is presumed to be of the father in a marriage or of the ex-husband of a woman when the child is born within 280 days of the dissolution of the marriage. Customary tenancy is basically the act of granting possession of one's land to a person who would then be called the customary tenant in exchange for tributes, So it's different from tenancy, ordinary tenancy, because ordinary tenancy deals with payment of rent. But in customary tenancy, the tenant just needs to pay tribute to the landlord. It really is like a judgment of the court, but it's not a judgment per se, in that it's like the younger brother or the younger sister of the judgment. So a ruling is like a lesser judgment. A ruling is the decision of the court over an application that has been made before the court. So a motion for joinder of parties is the kind of application you bring to the court to add someone that was not an initial party, that was not a party to the suit initially. That is, you filed your originating processes and you did not sue the person, as a defendant, or the person was not part of the claimants. So you want to join them, as a party to the suit. So you can come by way of motion for joinder of parties. I have a book on seller. It's titled Inquit. It's a collection of about 10 stories, and I'd love for you to buy it. It's 1,200 only, and the link to buy is in the description box. Thank you for clicking this video. This is Talk with Ola. My name is Ola, and today I want to start a series on motions. That's a working title, but essentially I'm going to be making a string of videos on how to move different types of motions in court. My Lord, we have a motion before this honorable court this morning. Our motion is dated the 15th day of February 2015 and filed on the same date. Our motion is brought pursuant to Section 272 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Order 15 Rule 16 of the High Court of Lagos State Civil Procedure Rules 2012 and under the inherent jurisdiction of this honorable court. And on today's episode, I want to talk about double-decker marriage. Before I do that, I want to make it. Thank you for clicking this video. This is Talk With Ola, and today we want to move a motion for an application for an order of renewal of writ of summons. Thank you for clicking this video. This is Talk With Ola. My name is Mujola Olu, and in this video I want to talk about mediation. Point 2. The final address is always numbered, so you must number it. Break your thoughts into paragraphs, short paragraphs, to encourage the judge to follow it through logically, so that it doesn't become too bulky that the judge just skips, And it's important for you to highlight the things that you want the judge to pay particular attention to. You can make them bold, you can italicize, and some rules of court will tell you don't italicize. Now, lest I forget, your rules of court are very important. When writing a final address, first go to the rules of court. Thank you for clicking this video. This is Talk With Ola. My name is Mujola Olu, and today I want to talk about some preliminary considerations that you should have as an intending litigant. That is, if you want to go to court. Also, if you're a lawyer, it applies. If you're a law student, you can learn from it too. If you want to go to court, what are some of the things you should consider first and sort out? Thank you for clicking this video. This is Talk With Ola. My name is Mujola Olu, and briefly I want to discuss how to write a brief using the FIRAC method. So this is a question that someone asked about a year ago. Thank you for clicking this video. This is Talk With Ola, and today we want to talk about how to write a petition. Thank you for clicking this video. This is Talk With Ola. My name is Mujola Olu, and today we want to talk about how to examine the defendant in a criminal matter.